everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So, as we were continuing up the series of the lead codes, where I was telling you how to solve up a lot of lead code questions, how to go with the questions, how to generally apply the logic behind those questions. Today we'll be moving up further, and I'll be helping you out again with the same thing only. How you can solve up the lead code questions, what's the method for solving those out, and basically how's the logic building and everything for the same. Right? Let's go ahead with the same and let's do out that particular thing. Right? So, okay, now the question which we have in for today, that question goes, we are having up a message, right? We are having a message that contains letters from character A to Z, right? Which is encoded into the numbers with the help of like A1, B2, Z up till 26 like that. So as to decode an encoded message, all the digits must be grouped, then mapped back into letters using the reverse of the mapping above. For example, 11106 can be mapped into AAJF, KJF, right? These two, it can be the possibility for 11106. So you just have to note that the grouping 11106 is invalid because 06 cannot be mapped into F since 6 is different from 06, right? So we are given up a string that is having only the digits. It returns a number of ways to decode that particular thing. Okay, it returns number of ways to decode it. Fine. Then we are having the test cases are generated so that the answer fits in a 32-bit integer. Okay. Going with the example, so here we are having the input S that is equal to 12. Output will be the 2. Explanation 12 could be decoded as AB 1, 2 or L that is 12. Example number 2 we'll go with. Okay, let's say I'm having up a S input that is 2 to 6. So output for that is going to be 3 because 2 to 6 can be decoded as 226 also. Okay, it can be decoded as BBF also and VF also. So in how many different ways this particular thing can be decoded, we have to write in the solution for that particular thing. Right, so I hope you are pretty clear first of all with the question that what's the question all about, right? So let's proceed in and let's write down the program for the same, and even I request you to please use a little bit of your brains for a logic building thing also so that it might help you as well to build up the logic, right? So I'll just try to make a class which is a solution class. Okay, I'll use the def function. Okay, so def we are having num decodings. In the bracket I have the value which is self, comma, I have s colon, and then we are having the str, right? Further moving ahead, I would just assign this as an integer. Okay, that is all what we are having as of now. Then I will take two variables left and right. So left comma right, and I would just assign the values as 1 comma 0. So left will be 1, right I am assigning as 0 as of now. Okay, let's go ahead and apply the for loop. So for I in range, I would use the length of s minus 1, comma, again minus 1, comma, again minus 1. Right? So this is a loop which I am applying where the length of my string will be minus 1, then it will go till minus 1, then till minus 1. And like that format we are just trying to apply up over here. Right? Getting down, I'll just take a variable, let's say ans, and I'll just put that 0. That ans will refer to my answer. Okay. Now goes my conditions. That if my s of I, it means the string of I, if that is not equal to 0. If s of I is not equal to 0, in that case, answer plus equal to, we are having left. Otherwise, my next condition will be if I plus 1 is less than the length of s, and again I'll put a bracket, and my next condition goes that if the s of I, if that is equal to maybe 1, or again I'll put a condition, or s of I is equal to 2, or s of I plus 1 is less than equal to 6. right? If these are all of my conditions to be satisfied. So in that case, ANS plus equal to right. Right? In that case, I'll go towards the right position. Then I would take that left variable which we already defined, left and right variables. So left comma, we have the right. Left comma right is equal to, I'll assign the answer and the left value over here. And coming out of my for loop, I would simply return the left, right? So now just try to listen what has been done into this complete program. So we just simply made a class that was a solution class. The name for the class was a solution class, right? We simply just try to make out a function that is a num decoding function. Inside that we pass a self. If you will be using the LeetCode platform for answering these out, so this solution this class and the function will already be made out. You just have to write the main logic of the code, right? But as of now we're not using, I'm using the Google Colab, so I need to write that onto my own, right? So here I just simply defined up the variables whatever needed, and I stored them into a form of an integer that my final result will be in the integer. I simply declared up two variables. One was your left, second was your right. I assigned them the values 1 and the 0. Left was 1 and right was 0. Right? Now with the loop for I in range, we are having the length of s minus 1. Right? I made a variable ans that's referring to the answer. I simply right now put that as 0. Right? Then my condition will start. That if s of I is not equal to 0. So in that case, ans plus equal to left. Okay. Next is if I plus 1 is less than the length of s, and s of I is equal to 1, or s of I is equal to 2, or s of I plus 1 is less than equal to 6. In that case, shift my answer towards the right hand side. Right? And at last, we will just declare the resultant outputs. And that is all what I did for this complete program. Right. So if you see about this particular program, there was nothing too much. Literally, there was nothing too much in this complete program. It was just key we need to use the brain that how actually we will completely go ahead and do this respective thing, how we'll build up the logic, how we'll apply up the things, and simply put this into a format it will absolutely run. So if you're going to use this code onto LeetCode, I'm pretty sure it would exactly run, and no test cases will be failed as well whatever given over here. This is a program which will even help you to save in your time complexity and the space complexity also. So as you do not get out those issues while clearing up your LeetCode, so that there is no such problem left out over the same. Right? So now that is what I had in for this particular question for you all. Right? So I'll see you in the next video. This is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.